a nice place. I haven't realized that. That didn't happen very often. This is locked. Actually, is there something inside? Let's go inside here. No, nothing. Okay, then it's left though. We have to find the man. Ooh, that's an interesting looking plant. I doubt that I'll be able to go any other way. Oil, diamond dust. I don't think it's also important to gather anything anything here. Ooh, these guys. They are burning bodies, so actually no problem there. But this guy might...
This is no place for witches. Though I know you, and you appear wherever something important happens.
Oh,
True,
yes, I
though
do.
sometimes by accident.
And this time, also a coincidence?
Let's say I have something to take care of.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the royal soldiery, Loch Muin will be magically sealed.
Getting out of here?
Temporarily. We shall return soon enough to rebuild the city. Loch Muin will regain its former glory. Until that time, we need to keep the treasure hunters and troublemakers out.
So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sheila de Tanserville and the other traitresses from the lodge.
Dead.
De Tanserville will be a problem.
Admittedly, Sheila can be slippery as an asp, but we'll find her.
But
You
she
don't get
died.
it, Carduin. Sheila de Tanserville's dead, killed by an unstable portal.
I
Shame.
witnessed that.
She was to be charged and tried. She would have been convicted of her crimes.
Well,
Why does
actually,
it sound like she was convicted before standing trial?
It would have been a formality, true, and at once a warning to other sorceresses.
Seems to me she led you down the garden path.
Forgive me, I must attend to some matters. And don't dawdle, the city will be sealed in 1 hour.
Okay, okay. What I have to do is visit this place. But I really... Come on, I can't... Okay, the city is getting sealed. Game save, that's what I wanted to do. This is the final save then. Let's alchemically drink things. No, that's alchemy. I want to drink potions, sorry. Because I want to... we'll see what Leto will have to say. This limits loss of the vigor when pairing its damaging... increases the resistances, reducing damage effects. Increases vitality, reduces damage. We will go then with Wolf. This increases something, blah blah blah. And Swallow, as always. We can drink this. And they will last 10 minutes. So it might be possible that the buffs will be still on when we finish talking with Leto. Because I really want to talk with him. There's a lot of things we have to speak with him. One more thing before we go. That's of course enhancements. Enhancements are here. What? That one? Okay. Maximum sword damage, bleeding, damage to humans. I don't know if he counts as a human in the game, so let's try something else. Increases maximum sword damage on this sword, but I think it actually uses on both swords. Here he is, the mastermind on one side, and most importantly, the guy who is behind everything that happened here. Ooh. Yeah, you and me, buddy, we have to talk. Now that's a nice...
Took you a while? Is that boggle
angle
from Sheila's megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport.
Yeah, we've seen
The
what
Emperor's
that is able
magic
to do.
theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
Oh, it was.
Good. Had she lived, she would have suffered more intensely and much longer. She helped me quite a bit, through naivety and pride. I would not have gotten far without her.
So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
Yeah,
No matter the
seems
game,
so.
there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment.
Do I love it?
First,
Well, I do.
vodka.
I wouldn't be Polish if I wouldn't. If I would refuse. It's more or less a habit of us. Yeah.
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
In that case, let's drink to old friendships.
Very old friendships, really. Great.
Recovered your memory yet?
Yeah.
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her, but I suppose there's no accounting for taste.
And that's the final recollection.
The winter solstice, 1270. Midinvern, the night of magic. Letha wasn't lying. The hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our witchers' blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate.
Of course.
He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution.
And that is what we know.
He had endured no
These
massacres.
elves
Humans
are
had not
the
taken
hunt.
his land. This
Probably
elf
spectral
was not of this
projectiles
world.
or
He
sort
was
of
an
spectre
invader. We struck a deal.
visions.
My soul for that of Yennefer.
And that is why the
We
hunt
agreed without
in the first
hesitation.
game was pursuing Geralt, because they have a right to his soul, whatever that actually means.
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Yes, I did.
Memories. I remember the Hanged Man's tree and the wild hunt. I remember the exchange. Me for Yennefer.
So, cards out on the table. Unless you chase me all that way just to kill me.
We'll see about that. Yeah, there
I
are some
chased you
things.
for lots of reasons. You owe me some explanations to start with.
Yes.
Let's say I do.
Ooh, he actually tells... Yeah, he actually says that, yeah. Okay. Since it's Yennefer we want to know about.
Tell me about Yennefer. What happened after I departed?
She was feverish for several days. Delirious. In agony. We thought that was it. She was on her way out.
Actually
Somehow
not.
she recovered. But even then she was disoriented. Amnesia like you.
Yeah. And Geralt
then?
in that moment
Well,
probably
the woman
was
turned
the...
out to be quite a character.
Yeah.
Throwing tempered tantrums.
She's nice.
Trying to seduce
You read the
orcs,
books, she's very
trying
nice.
to drive a wedge between us. After you so nobly sacrificed yourself, we thought it'd be dumb just to leave her somewhere. She wouldn't have survived more than a month. The whims and vigor of a duchess, but she was just a sorceress with no memory. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt, in Nilfgaard,
Yeah.
mages who behave like that either drop their bad habits quickly, or are drawn and quartered by horses in the middle of Victory Square.
So I heard.
So
Yeah.
we set out, wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went, she got in trouble and we pulled her out. And then
Oh,
one
sorry
day
for
they
that.
captured us. The Imperial Secret Police. Me, Ox, Sarah, and Yennefer.
4 people.
Imperial Secret Police?
We were separated, and they questioned us. Long and thoroughly, but it was uneventful, no violence. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau.
That's a very
and a couple of
important
weeks later,
name.
the Emperor himself. Me. A simple witcher.
What happened to Yennefer?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor offered me a mission in the northern kingdoms. As for Yennefer, I had the feeling she was somehow important to him.
Well, she is. She was
As I
created.
see it, they learned of the lodge from her. Those
Not
imperial
quite
spooks have
possible,
their
but
ways.
who knows?
All I heard is that Vatier had his men watch Yennefer closely throughout the time she was at the palace.
Okay.
Then we went off to slay the kings of the north. That's where my knowledge ends.
So she's in the Empire.
She was when I left.
That's one thing good to know. Riders of the Hunt. Yeah.
How did you know where we'd find the Wild Hunt?
Every witcher who wears the viper around his neck knows the place.
Yeah.
We had so many books and scrolls about the hunt that I used to think our school was founded for the very purpose of solving the riddle of the spectral riders.
Know who they are?
Now that was helpful.
You know the true identities of the riders?
From what I understand, they're some damn elven race.
They
But
look
they turned out to be
elvish.
a big ruse. The legendary omen of war proved to be a fairground attraction.
Not exactly.
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia. No, there's something more, I assure you.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
looked about it.
enlighten me. I can tell
Through
you
the whole
want
game
to.
we were
There are a lot of
searching for
legends and
info.
myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is a fact. I've fought and killed many of its wraiths. They were spectral emanations, the avatars of real riders.
True.
The riders we ran into by the Hanged Man's tree.
Are you telling me you were carried off by elves? Real material sons of bitches like the ordinary kind we deal with in this world?
Great.
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours. The conjunction of spheres. Know the theory? Do you know how monsters appeared in our
Seems
world?
I'll have to
There's not a
make an
witcher who
interlude
doesn't know
about this.
that.
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful of our mages can open passages between these worlds, and they usually do that to summon the monsters we then have to hunt. The elves we saw come from another world, and they weren't summoned. They found the way on their own. It's not exactly easy, so they usually send their spectral emanations. They come in person on special missions.
As they
probably
did
hunting
you
for
and
Yennefer and yeah, and Geralt.
So, elves from another world and their trained wraiths. What did they want from you?
That's a big
I've
question.
got an idea, but that's not your concern.
I have an idea too. Why did you become an Imperial spy? Yeah, that's treason against the Witcher order, the Witcher code.
How did a witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human.
That's a
The
question.
rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper.
That's
the
an
Witcher's
interesting
order where
promise.
I came to be. Witcher's schools in the south fell into ruin long ago. And Witchers themselves became internal exiles.
Not very
banned from
different
entering
from the
most
North,
cities. Besides Seret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper who should be alive and on the path.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where they are. Haven't seen them for years. Now they can come out of hiding. They can come home.
Give me a second. Sorry, had to turn on the light. It goes darker any minute now. It's evening. Actually, I don't trust him. I never. Well, he is a master manipulator, so you shouldn't trust him. Why did you wait for me? Yeah.
Why are you still here? Why did you wait for me this time?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. And I don't aim to hide anymore. Fact is, only you know the truth about me. Well, and a couple of folks whose word isn't worth spit anymore.
He
I never
prepared for
saw
every
you as a
eventuality.
foe. I want to go my way, but if I have to fight you first, so be it. This story ends here and now.
But what is it all about? What is your aim then?
Care to tell me what it was all about?
Kill as many rulers as we could. Lay the blame on the sorceresses. Breed chaos.
Yeah, that's
Prepare
true.
the north. Soften it before the invasion. And you know what's
succeeded.
incredible? We could not have imagined more fertile soil. No matter what the war's outcome, the northern monarchs will accuse one another. Pursue their God-given
really think so?
rights. Seek vengeance and be at each other's throats for years to come. The north resembles a whorehouse on fire. As your friend
So
Dandelion
everybody,
would say.
run for your life! I need to know the whole picture. Do I? No, that's everything.
I'm
Let's
done
finish
talking.
this.
Let's finish this.
Yeah.
Wanna fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here.
Actually, he did betray us. He did betray a lot of things. He gave me information that I need. His usefulness is at its end.
The Imperial Army is probably crossing the Yaruga
We know
as
that
we
it
speak.
is because
Pure
Sheila
pandemonium will
told
ensue.
about
The
that.
North's finished. Time to go south, where the good life awaits.
You're a fool, Letho. Both you and your Emperor are forgetting one thing. Misfortune brings people together.
Yeah, that's
Very
true.
shortly, the North could be united like never before, thanks to you. But that's just not my concern anymore.
Is it?
I'm not your foe. I never was.
But you're the foe of the North,
Let
and the
me
guy
walk
who
away
betrayed
at will. You'll never
path.
see me again.
betrayed the
Force me
Witcher
to fight.
professional
And this time I'll kill you.
code. You will give it your best shot.
Time to fight. Ready?
As I'll ever be.
Which means
You fear death.
Stop whining and fight.
What does it feel like to be almost dead?
and